Hello and welcome. I want to say thank you for 60 subscribers, or 61 now, and I want to say if the timeline, uh, like, I made the What If Naruto Was Reamer Tempest yesterday, so, and I made it before the Lich one, so yeah. And I thought I would just redo this because I didn't like how I did it. It was quite bad, and it didn't quite work how I wanted it to. So I just thought of remaking it all fully. But yeah, um, I want to say thank you for all the people. I understand if not many people like the first part of this, like the first lecture part. But so I will just make a new one. And I want to say congratulations, Christian White. Uh, your comment was completely correct. Of like, from the next what if, for that part 4 of the Naruto one, you got it exactly of what I wanted it to do. I won't read the comment. You can watch the first of this. I won't delete the first part. I'll just do like I'll just have this to redo, and yeah, I don't know. This is kind of like two uploads in one day. Not really what I usually do, but I thought I would just do it because I got kind of like triggered for the way I did it, and I didn't like it at all. So yeah. And I see that not many we haven't closely gotten the like goal of the 50 sub special. So I'm thinking maybe the 100 sub special will be the next part of the 50 sub special. I think that is probably the best idea of what I should do. So yeah. I see not many people have seen it. Not many people watch this anymore. I think most people just wanted the Naruto one. Mostly, but can't blame them. I think it was pretty good. But hey, I'm just looking through here. Huh. Alright then. Then I have to just... Sorry, I'm just doing some stuff like to deleting a few private ones that isn't very important. I'll just start while I'm doing this. Now, where we left, or not left off. Just we were beginning. I know what I did on the first part. It isn't really the best. So I'll just redo the whole thing. So, yeah, I'm just finding all the old comments about it. Here it goes. Now I'll change the tiny bit of this. A few of the things I will still do, but I will. The beginning will change a bit. So Izuku's born pretty much normally. He is basically a normal child. He doesn't nothing special about him. But then he gets the code quirk. Actually, the same thing happens in canon. He gets told he's quirkless, and he's pretty sad. But he kind of like you could say this is where it changed it a bit. He will become more cold or like sad and not very like happy anymore. He ain't the happy kid anymore. So we go to when he's about, let's say, 10 years old. That's when he goes to a library. And in this library, he finds a book about, like, demons, Greek mythology, gods, devils, Hades, another type of god, and basically different religions or different myths and stuff like that. So yeah. Now he finds this book, and he begins to read this book, those books. He finds multiple books, of course, and he reads them, and he gets interested about them, and he's then goes as he finds out history books, and sees that before there were something weird happening before quirks even existed. So he got curious and wanted to explore what this is. So that's what he did. He basically went and continued to read about it. We go time skip to, like, let's say 2 years. He has basically read all the books already, completed, and in the books he finds a ritual he can do to get powers. It doesn't say what it will turn him into, but it just tells him that it will give you powers, and that's it, nothing more. So he does this ritual, and in this ritual, he, I just have to double check here. I'm just gonna say he won't be, and I'm just gonna say Izuku in this is born before, like, a few years before, like, everyone else, like Bakugo and everyone else. He is born before all of them. So yeah, and I'm sorry that I don't have a. Before I continue, sorry I don't have a like, what it's called. I don't remember what it's called. What's called again? What's called? Oh, memory is hazy. Oh yeah. Memory. Dang it. I forgot about it. I'll just continue. I guess I don't fully remember what I said. But he does this ritual, and in this ritual, he doesn't. You have to have souls to do it. I think I don't fully remember, and I can't fully see here. Yeah, he does a ritual. I don't want to go in too deep into it, detailed. Doesn't really matter either. He just does a ritual and he gets powers. But something else happens. It doesn't happen in, like, in an instant. It happens over time. So over time, Zoo begins to, like, get kind of like power magic. He gets a book at this ritual, actually, and he reads the book and he sees lots of things that he understands. He reads them, but he doesn't know the language at all. So and when anyone else sees the book and tries to read it, no one can understand it. They don't know the language either. So Izuku continues to read it, and he begins to learn magic. And he trains magic in secret, of course. And like I said, magic can be only used by cautious people, and it was just forgotten by humanity for hundreds of years. And Izuku has like a type of very quite good at using dark magic and undead magic, like raising the dead or undead monsters or blood, some other stuff like that. So he does this. He trains, and when we time skip to when he is about, let's say, 18. Yeah, and he looks like this now. And he has learned of this form. Where is it? This form right here? Or actually, I think I already have the thumbnail. Actually, I don't want to get it right now. But this is basically what he knows he can look like this, but he chooses not to. And he looks like this in his human form, and he can change forms whatever he wants, whenever he wants, of course. But he's stronger in his lich form than his human form. So yeah. And the powers he will get, I will explain a bit of the powers. The dark arts. Dark arts. I'm just reading off the comment right here, so I'm just reading. The dark arts is the name of a group of forbidden types of magic that were thought to have very little uses for good. The dark arts contains necromancy. Necromancy can drain the life force of living things, revive people, create undead monsters, summon undead monsters, including spirits that are deities, heal undead monsters, and speak to spirits. No, speak to and see spirits. And the spirits he can do is angels, demons, deities, and ghosts are the types of spirits he can see and talk to. And necromancy is the basic version of death magic. And the next thing is blood magic. Blood magic is basically using blood as an energy to use magic, though it can also create curses. That's one other thing he learned. And shadow magic, he is able to teleport using. He is able to teleport, literally. That's basically what he can do, and he can go into shadows, like, and hide his presence. This doesn't say here, or stand here, or whatever it's called. But I came up with it. Maybe take this a bit louder. I saw that it was a bit too weak or too low of the sound. There we go. Well, illusion magic. Self-explanatory. He can make illusions. Ritual magic. And rituals, basically, you can use rituals for many different things. I won't go into detail about it, but I will just tell the ritual and what it does. Like, it does a ritual and what the ritual does. That's basically what I will go into. Death magic basically is a type of magic that can kill most things, but in a few ways. One of the ways you can he can manipulate death energy to kill something without an element of magic attack. And the second thing, he can summon demons, and the third, he can summon parts of the army of Hades. Or number 4, he can summon some of the most powerful monsters that exist. Dark fire magic and dark lightning magic, and that is basically what Reamer has, like the I don't remember what they're called, but like the fire and the lightning he can do the same thing. And that's basically his powers and what he has learned from all the years of practicing and reading and stuff like that. He ain't a master of all these things, but he is pretty good at them. And I'm gonna say that's basically the new stuff. The rest of the things, it will go from airy, and I'll go fast through it. I won't go like very in depth like I did in the last part, just because I don't want to explain everything again. Because for now, most of the things happen as the same. Izuku Midori, basically the same thing happens where in canon when Eri meet Izuku, but Izuku holds on to Eri and basically just kills Overhaul, and that's pretty much what they do for that. And Eri gets taken, like I said in the Naruto one. So I suggest you to watch the Naruto one as well, because that will link into this what if as well. They will link into one what if when this what if is done, because I won't make another Naruto one until this one is done, and I think I will just make this part, or this part and the next part, then they will clash together, like into a whole new what if. That has two what ifs together. So yeah, it's kind of perspective. You can watch either one of them and you can basically understand a bit, but I suggest you look at both of the what ifs. So yeah. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, Erida gets taken. Izuku screams and bloodlust everywhere and pressure and everything. Gods hear about it, feel all that. Zeus, basically the main villain in this. Oh, sorry, I just ate dinner, so. But yeah. Zeus sends soldiers down because he gets afraid because they can finally feel the Izuku, or a new lich. And liches aren't evil. They're just, or at least Izuku, he will just be misunderstood by the Hades and Persephone. I don't know. I still don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah. I'll just say Persephone because it's much easier, and I don't want to change it all every time. So I'll just say Persephone. So yeah. And Hades and Persephone aren't evil. And Poseidon, of course. I didn't talk about him last part because I forgot about him. And he won't be really much in this because I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't come so far. But Zeus will be the long-term villain. Now, and Izuku normally just takes souls to survive, but Izuku doesn't need souls to survive. He's basically immortal, I guess, or he can die, but he can eat. He needs to survive. The only way for him to die is to get killed by a deity. That's the only way to kill him, basically. Or else it will be very hard to kill him. Now, like I said, everyone else prepares. Like every other god who thinks, and I'm gonna say in this AU, all religion exists like the gods and everything. It's just different pythons, like different regions to the, I guess, afterlife, you could say. So yeah, like if you believe in Christianity, you will go to where the Christian God and Jesus or anything like that. And if you're any other, or if you're Muslim, you go to where the their god lives or anything. I don't know fully all about religion, stuff like that, where they go after death or what they believe. And I'm sorry if any of this is offensive. I don't mean that this is offensive. I'm sorry. So yeah. I'm very sorry if any of this offends you. I don't mean to offend. But if you get offended, please tell me and I'll remember that for the next time I do this, and I won't mention it at all, and just mention the Greek pantheon at all, because that's mostly the main thing that's in the story. So yeah. Now, Zuko, he basically goes around the world trying to find Eri. Can't find her, can't sense her even. So, he takes it to other worlds. He begins to search through other worlds. While he's searching everywhere, it takes like, I think I said 3 years. It from the Naruto one. I think that I said 3 years. So it takes 3 years to find a place, and I won't explain everything in there in this what if. So yeah, you'll have to watch the Naruto one to understand. So yeah. Now, Izuku basically goes and I guess I'll end it here. I don't really, because I'm sorry that this is kind of a short part. It's because the next part is kind of like the final part of this perspective, just Izuku's perspective, and then I will explain. Then I will have to find out a new title for the what if, or the, I guess, next chapter of this what if. Ugh. Because of course Naruto, then what if Naruto was Rimuru Tempest, and what if this what if will merge together into one what if. I don't think anyone has done this before. So yeah, but I guess it's original concept. I don't know if it's original, but I don't think anyone's done this before. But yeah, this is basically what I'm thinking of, and I don't fully know what. Yeah, I'll think of something the next tomorrow. I know this is kind of two videos in one. Like I said, I just really wanted to redo the first part. I didn't like how it did it. It was kind of like I was in a hurry, and I got interrupted a few times. So yeah, I just wanted to redo it all fully. But yeah, that's this for this part. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you like it. Subscribe. Comment down below. If anything's wrong with this audio or anything, comment down below. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow.